Bright morning, viewers, and happy Valentine's Day! Yay! Well, Valentine's Day is the day of love. So whether you're single, taking, or somewhere in between, February 14th is a day to spread love and kindness. A warm welcome to Ways Breakfast, hashtag what are you saying? On this show today, we have nothing to say. In fact, we are not saying anything except love, 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 love. But to be honest, we came all out for the Gen Zs this morning. So Gen Zs, watch out, watch out, watch out. And that includes us on this show because I think all of us are Gen Zs here. I don't know, I might be mineral, but all millennial. Anyways, to brace you all for impact this morning is I, Okikiola Taiwo Jalukmo, your anchor for today. And I'm always thrilled to share this table with my queens, the Lady Vibe and Luchi Speaks. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
What's that reading for?
It's giving what it ought to give, bro.
Well, I love it too, right?
So, tell me you're a Gen Z without telling me you're a Gen Z.
In a fam. I want to say mine quickly before she says it.
Make it make sense to me, baby.
That's cat, bro.
You're not serious.
So I wanted us to start off this morning feeling, I think everybody's feeling so loved maybe one way or another. I can't say the general public, but let me just say most people are feeling some type of energy this morning, especially with the red thing going on and the touch of, it's a sprinkle of white.
This morning I felt very embarrassed leaving my house because I was about to board a bus and one Agro tout. It was like Valentine girl. And I was literally the only one wearing red. So I felt this giving secondary school vibe where we compulsory have to wear red on Valentine's Day. It was like Valentine girl with his voice. It was so annoying. But I entered still, and I'm here looking sharp.
You know.
Come on.
Yeah. So how did you feel like few hours to this morning when you knew that you had to be on this table to talk about the Gen Zs and also Valentine's Day?
I felt normal, honestly.
No.
Nothing special, but maybe I'm still looking forward to what we have to say on the show because I know every time on this table is always going to be exciting, and now there's a special day for making it more exciting. So maybe normal, but still expecting something great out of it.
What about you, God's Beauty?
I'll just still to what she just said. Normal, but again, I mean, who doesn't love love? Exactly.
Nobody,
so everybody, I don't know. I think there's some people that don't love love.
I don't want peace. I want
problem always. So I mean, but I mean,
that.
I feel like today was just like she said, that special day where we're talking about love and all of these things. So yeah, just that mix of excitement, like yeah, we're gonna talk about love today.
So this morning we're going to do some gift exchange because one of the things that we wanted to show is that Valentine's Day is not about just romantic relationships. It's also about friendships. It's about colleagues, acquaintances, people who have done something maybe not extremely special as people will consider it, but people who have turned up for you one way or another. I've just been there. So I'm going to start with my gifts.
Okay. Drum roll.
Drum roll.
Why is so it's not drum rolls. This is drum rolls, bro.
Okay, drum roll.
Why is so really?
Oh
no.
So this is for God's Beauty.
Oh
Please
my
help me pass this to God's
With
Beauty.
great pleasure. Absolutely. Here it is.
And this is
Thank
for
you so
Oluchi
much.
Precious
Really for
May.
me? Oh my God, I never expected this. Thank you.
How?
Thank you
So yes,
so much.
I'm expecting mine. Where's mine?
So this gift is quite heavy. Like, I mean,
This is
I
quite
have to go
heavy.
to the end of the earth to
Let
get
me
it.
brace up my muscles.
Oh my God, it's so heavy.
Don't do this to me.
Here for
Okay,
you, and I put
thank
some
you.
notes there
Because
that's very
thank you.
thoughtful.
Yeah, I'm trying to be. So yesterday we said we should be thoughtful. So I implemented
Creativity.
it.
Creative ways.
And here's God's Beauty all. Oh my
Thank
God,
you
you need
so
to
much.
actually book a ride home. Ensure you don't tell anyone.
Really?
Because it's so special. I don't want you harassed.
Oh
on
my
the
God.
way.
Very true.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
so
Oh my
heavy.
God.
This is beautiful.
Yeah, that's
It's
it.
giving
It's truly heavy. It's
giving-
very heavy.
Okay. Okay, God's Beauty, do you want to present yours? Or you want to...
Yes. So it's really not that.
It's giving expensive.
God, I beg. Okay, so I have this.
Oh
Help me
my
pass it to
God.
her. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yes. And I have.
Santa Claus.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yes,
that's
thank you.
beautiful
So
small
yeah, she helped
bag.
me Enjoy it.
In
Thank
fact,
you so much.
viewers, can you see this? Just look at it. Look at it.
Nobody
It's
can
all
pressure me
gifts and
today
love.
again.
How
so
now?
nobody can pressure me.
It's
Well,
too
guys, this is how we do it. Yes, and if you're tuning in for the first time, this is what we do here on Ways Breakfast. We talk about things that are important to us. We share love, we share kindness, we give you information that you need to know. So remember that this conversation is on your hands also, so do it justice. Taking you into the weekend proper is myself and my dear Lagos ladies. So talk to us on our phone lines this morning. Please call us on 0702-500-7749 or 070-1424-2420. If you're yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, also at Official Upgrade TV, click the subscribe button now, like and share the link. As you know, today in history is our own way of increasing your wealth of knowledge. So we're going to break right now, and when we return, we'll come up with the top stories making headlines across the globe. Stay with us. Welcome back to the show. Now let us take a look at what's making the headlines today. Today we'll be highlighting the top stories from the Punch newspaper, the National Guardian, and of course the International Guardian this morning. Starting off with God's Beauty as usual. Abroad.
Straight into the the Guardian newspaper. The main headline here has everything is on the table to end Ukraine war. United States tells NATO allies. Bottom left, at least 30 hurt after car rams into a Munich rally. Right column headline, we have McClellan access grant for cancer patient. Top left feature, we have the most romantic moment in cinema. Top right feature, we have hip hop draw us closer together, and this is the last soul saying that. All right, so the headline I want to quickly touch on says the most romantic moment in cinema. So this special feature takes a look at some of the most memorable and emotional romantic moments in cinema history. It highlights iconic love scenes that have left a lasting impression on audiences, celebrating the power of romance on screen. It matters because romantic films influence how people see love, relationships, and even their expectations for romance. As Valentine's Day approaches, these films often offers inspiration, remind people of the magic of love. However, there is a concern that these ideas portrays of love can create unrealistic expectations. I'm so sorry about that. Movies often present romance as perfect and effortless, which may not reflect real-life relationships that require communication, compromise, and effort. And honestly speaking, I feel like it was important to take this because I know many people will be going to, watch movies at the cinema today. Yeah. So while you're watching your movies, actually, I mean, you know this normal thing they say that, I mean, things that you see on, I mean, in movies, for example, Nollywood. The way Nollywood will paint a scenario of a beautiful lady walking in a particular street and one guy with Range Rover is stopping by and at the end of the day, they are getting married. Baby, I've been walking on the streets of Lagos, nothing has happened.
Or when the rich guy will act poor,
I mean,
and you say he was looking
No
for
one
love.
truly loves him.
I'm still waiting for that from both of you, Shab, so that I've been faithful, loyal, and honest. I'm waiting for that day you say, I've been hiding, guys. I'm a billionaire. So therefore, take 5 billion and just sort yourself, you know.
So yeah, so I mean, they're just bringing out that notion that if you go to, you know, the cinemas today to watch movies, just expect that most of those things are not like reality, right? I mean, it happens. I will not say it doesn't happen. It happens, but like that's like 1 out of 100. So we should be very cautious because the truth is most of the movies you watch somehow shaping, you know, our perception of love, how we see
our
relationships.
expectations.
Exactly. So we should just be very careful and, you know, mindful. And yeah, that's all I have for you on the Guardian
And I know
newspaper.
that somebody has said this before. Every love story that ends with happily ever after, you don't get to see that ever after. They just end where they want you to. So get your own definition of love. All right. The Punch newspaper has some interesting stories. The major headline reads 54.99 trillion naira budget. Expert list funding hurdles as debt servicing takes 14 trillion naira. Lawmakers approve 344.85 billion naira for themselves. Salaries, overheads gulp huge share of budget. Above that, Northwest communities blame fresh killings on troops withdrawal. Ogun-Ondo clash over ownership of oil-rich island. Customs deliver 3,897 arms ammunition to control center. Loan controversy. Onosoya defends self in court. Above the major headline, it says here, Yahoo boys now involved in ritual killings, banditry, says EFCC chair. Federal government ex-envoy slammed Canada for denying military chiefs visas. Southwest governors plan joint operation against a swap terrorist. The story that I really have to talk about is this Yahoo boys. It's not a new thing. We've always heard, I mean, there's a particular phrase they used to give them. There's the normal Yahoo boys and Yahoo boys.
Plus.
Yahoo plus, exactly. So EFCC, the chair, has come out to say that, I mean, it's increasing. Let me read the figures I found on the Punch newspaper. It says executive chairman of the EFCC has defended the commission's ongoing crackdown on internet fraudsters, popularly known as Yahoo boys, despite criticism from some quarters. Let me go to his statement specifically. He says, we're doing the work. Last year alone, we had over 11,000 petitions, investigated close to 9,000, and prosecuted nearly 5,000 cases despite our limited manpower. Some people criticize us for going after Yahoo boys, but they don't understand the severity of the crime. He says it's no longer just about scamming people. They are now into kidnapping, banditry, and ritual killing. Some of our investigations have uncovered horrifying details, including cases where young female victims were used for rituals. And if we don't act decisively in the next 10 years, we may not have a generation we can confidently hand over this country to. And that is a very sad ending statement. And it's not a lie. We're not just trying to be delusional here. These things actually happen. We've seen some of these things. I mean, I remember with my aunt, when I was staying with her then, we used to watch a lot of Yoruba movies that would portray how, you know, they go for some protection to enable them do a lot of things. And ritual killings, insecurity generally has been on the high rise in our nation for so long. We're now seeing another cause of this, which is...
It's not even just Yahoo boys,
but it's pointing
girls
here.
now. It's
Yahoo
not
girls.
Yes, it's not
Tablets.
just Yahoo boys alone. It's now Yahoo boys and girls. But then it's not just them. It's now that some people also see that I have no work, I have nothing. The next thing I want to do is ritual.
You know one thing, it's not okay, but you duping people of their money is a level height of criminal activity. Now, going further to even kill people for that shows that our generation needs, I don't know the kind of word to use it, but we really need to check a lot of things. And this is for people out there, especially females. Sadly, they are the disadvantaged one in this sense because they're using some females for rituals. This is time to, you know, be conservative. Don't be thrown away by, you know, somebody shining money, as they call it, to your face, lavishing money to your face. You have to really be careful out there, really.
I don't know if it's about... if it's about just lavishing money.
And sometimes
because I think that I've seen
greedy
some
people fall victim.
Yes, true. But I've also seen some cases where the guy pretends to, they're being together 4 or 5 years, and all of a sudden, hunger for money, and then still kill the girl.
Yeah.
Still try to use the girl for ritual. So it's not just about the person that's even lavishing money. Sometimes the loyal ones or the one that say, I was there with you when you had nothing, also bear the brunt of this kind of thing.
Just open your eyes. Thank you, we're talking about love today, love in the eyes of the Gen Zs. Open your eyes and do not fall prey. God helping us all.
Amen. Well, let me quickly take you through the local Guardian. The headline reads, Electricity as Medicine, Hidden Cost of Providing Healthcare in Darkness. And there's a very funny picture there where the healthcare practitioners are literally holding the ghost of the person from leaving the body. Below that, we also have Customs intercepts large catch of arms, ammunition in Lagos. Below that, we also have UI medical student protests halls exemption from restored power to UCH. Above that, we have loan controversy. Onosanya appears in court to clear name. Beside that, we have NSA criticizes Canadian embassy for refusing CDS and other visas. Above that, we also have Southwest governors partner on regional development plan, joint security team against bandits. The last but not the least story here says, critics question priorities as National Assembly passes record 54.99 trillion naira budget. Okay, so there's a story I want to take here. MTN pegs call rate at 13.8 naira per minute and apologizes for 200% data price hike. I remember that story was going on Twitter where people were saying, don't use MTN from 11 to about 2 a.m.
Okay.
They increased 15 gig from 2,000 naira for 15 gig to 6K for 15 gig. And a lot of people were just saying, Modaro. Some people were like, Chineke, me, I have no more network. I'm back to the days. We'll start writing letters from now henceforth. And
that wouldn't be bad, actually, writing letters. Post office.
Do you think I want to trek all the way to your house, come and give you a letter?
I mean,
or send it to the post office and then
I envy those days. I wonder, how did it really happen?
People were dying a
They
lot.
did not die, Joy.
Because you sent
waiting
a letter
for a
to the
post office man to come to your house.
And then get there in 3 weeks. And I told you I was unwell 3 weeks ago.
You just imagine.
When you now send me the letter back, I don't well.
We should start using birds now. We should train birds to take letters.
Another story
this is too much
that
of
I would
Disney,
like to take is the idea that our healthcare is dilapidated. And it just brings me to wonder where love also resides when it comes to, you know, the love that our government official has, the kind of care that the health practitioners even give to these patients, you understand? And even people being self-aware of their health to know that they should not get to the point where they are at the mercy of oxygen masks, all of these things. So this is also me just saying that, please, let's be careful of what we do in terms of our health. We pray that our health practitioners, genuine ones who are struggling day by day to keep people alive, also know that we are rooting for them. We thank them for doing all these for the lives of people who are ill one way or another. And to some of our government hospitals that are doing well to bring in medical appliances and all of that to help these people. Thank you for that too. Well, this is all we have for today's newspapers. This morning, we'll join us as we discuss the Gen Z's view of love. We'll be taking your questions and comments live on our social media, so be sure to join the conversation. We'll be right back after this break. Stay tuned.
Tell us you're a Nigerian without saying a word. Energy security is one of the most pressing issues for many developing countries like Nigeria. And if there's going to be any meaningful progress, addressing our energy issues is non-negotiable.
I need to see light from my house. Make them do something.
Band A is expensive. I literally have to turn off all my appliances just to reduce costs.
We need light.
Introducing the Energy Outlook, your go-to show for everything energy. Every week, we'll bring you the latest insights, innovation, and in-depth analysis of Nigeria's energy sector. From policy discussions to regulatory insights, We will analyze the key decisions influencing growth and sustainability in the energy sector. We'll bring you the human stories behind the headlines, giving you a personal perspective on the broader energy challenges. Join me every Friday at 6 p.m. for the Energy Outlook, your guide to the future of energy, where energy means business.
Welcome back to the show. As I said, today we're talking about love in the eyes of the Gen Zs. As a generation that's grown up with the internet, social media, and a rapidly changing world, Gen Zs have a unique perspective on love and relationships. For Gen Zs, love is often found and expressed online. Social media platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter have become breeding grounds for romantic connections. Online dating apps like Tinder, Bumble, and Badoo are also popular among Gen Zs. Some Gen Zs are more open to casual relationships and hookups. With the rise of dating apps and social media, it's easier to connect with people and have casual relationships without the pressure of commitment. Financial stability is also a major factor in Gen Z's perception of love, especially with influencers like Saida Bodge and a few others, who have said that if you don't have 10 million naira in your account, if you don't have a car, if you don't have a this, nothing for you, no relationship, nothing, you cannot take care of me because of beauty and all of that. So it has become a fact that a partner's financial stability is often seen as a key factor in determining their sustainability for a long-term relationship. Some Gen Zs also appear to be open-minded and accepting of the LGBTQ plus individuals, and there's a growing movement to promote inclusivity and acceptance. We weren't predominant in the past, leading to shipping gay couples and same-sex marriages. Mental health has also become increased and rampant for the Gen Zs too. Many young people are using mental health and well-being as an excuse to be toxic in their relationships and also encourage casual relationships. It's the usual, you're not the problem, it's me. You're not this, it's me. It's a me problem, so I need you to stay away from me. And this shift has also reflected in their approach to love and relationship. This morning, my ladies and I will be talking about what it means when they talk about Gen Zs, when they talk about what love is, the social media, their impact and emphasis when it comes to Gen Zs, explaining what love is to them. So I'm going to be starting with the girls. I don't know who's going to go first. I think I'll start with Oluchi.
No, don't start with me.
I'm starting with you. This morning, I'm starting with you. When let me just start with, when people generalize Gen Zs and say that they have some certain perception of, love and romantic relationships, how do you view it? How do you differ? Like, do you say, no, I'm a Gen Z, but I'm different? Or you can say that, yes, I align with the general Gen Z perception of love?
Well, for anybody that has done that classification or that general, categorization, did it based on certain things that they've seen. But I'm never the one to be absolute on anything at all. I like to be very flexible because I believe that there's always that 1%, 2% that will differ, will break the norm and break stereotypes. So I do not think that all Gen Zs have, the same perception to love and relationship and romance. But I also think that maybe the majority, well, statistics will help us here, but that's the figure and number I do not have. I mean, if you carry out that survey, who told you there could be? People could carry it out.
Different, but there's no statistics to say,
right?
Yes, perception of love, there's none.
Well, let's see, Sha. You actually can't tell. There could be. I mean, it's the way you construct the questionnaire and everything that will make you know. Well, that's what I was saying. So I'm not the one to be absolute. I think there's the 1-2% that can differ. But yeah, maybe based on what we're seeing on social media. Social media has become the judge to which we test certain things or come to a conclusion. And somebody has once told me that it's not the whole world that is on social media, right? I mean, it can look like on Instagram, you see millions of views, millions of likes on certain things, and you think that this is billions. And you think that this is everybody accepting this. The truth is that it's not the whole world that is on social media. So even with the Gen Z, the younger generation that seem to have a there seems, in quote now, to have a different perception of love. I think it should vary as well. I would agree that Gen Zs are more emotionally aware at this time compared to, let me use Mr. Jimmy's word, millennium, compared to the millennium age, if you get it. And that's because, I mean, maybe with generation, things are meant to change. It would be so weird if younger people are thinking and acting like the older ones. No, we are meant to evolve and change. So it's true that our eyes have opened. In that sense, we are more emotionally aware, we connect more, we seek more validation than before. That's why in today's world, you cannot see matchmaking anymore. But in our parents' days, it was a normal thing, and they thrived, and they built beautiful homes, right? You know, your uncle from nowhere can just go visit somebody else and say, I like this, your daughter, and they'll get married in 2 weeks.
I saw a flower in your garden.
Exactly.
I want to pluck it.
But that can't happen with Gen Zs today. I have to see, it was different things. I don't know all those terms, but it shows that evolution has happened and people have changed. Gen Zs are becoming more emotionally aware and all of that. So I think that perception thing has to be.
What about you, Gosby?
So for me, it's a 50-50. There are certain things that we Gen Zs are already in agreement. When she was talking about, emotional validation, it is a thing for Gen Zs because we are literally very aware of anything that has to do with mental health. Oh, this, I need to ask first so that I'm sure of what I'm thinking. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Let me don't assume things. Now, for some, I feel like there's some things that we agree on, which is things around equality and respect. It is for us, it is partnership when it comes to marriage, when it comes to relationships. It is not dependence. Not those things, my lord, my daddy, my whatever. I mean, most of those things, majority of like the Gen Zs, we don't associate with those kind of things. We consider ourselves to be equal. Do you get what I'm saying? Financially, for the maybe Gen Z Pro Max, as I will call it.
To be equal financially.
Yeah, that's what I said for the Gen Z Pro Max. Not the likes of cider bots that feel like you have to have a certain amount of money.
Yeah.
Do you understand? You account for us to now
approach
start thinking. Exactly.
For even thinking, wow.
Yes, for her to think about it. She has to think about it. Well, that's a lot. So, like I said, it's a 50-50 thing where, I feel like there are some things that we, the Gen Zs, already agree on, which is partnership instead of dependence, rather. Equality and respect, instead of us having to see somebody as, even as the Bible has put it, as the head. We actually just consider the person, even if you be the head, you have the neck, you understand? There's that, very sweet comparison that we see. Why the few things I would say we beg to differ is the things of, you have to have a certain amount of money in your account for me to, I'm a Gen Z, but I don't agree on that. So a Cider Budge might agree and her army might agree on that, but I don't. So yeah, that's what, differentiates. Yeah.
But it seems like mental health is always some Gen Z's cue to have casual relationships. 1 minute I'm in a relationship, the next minute I'm like, from my past, so it has affected my mental health, so I can't do this anymore. And that's it's not a you problem, it's a me problem, it's me. And then you see that every month there's a new relationship, and it goes on and on and on like that. So don't you think that there's too much, or it's overrated, the fact that some Gen Zs use mental health as an avenue to extort sometimes, because some people will see that, okay, yes, this person can offer me this. I know that the option I will use after I chop this one's money is to say that it's my mental health.
I'm not mentally ready.
Yes, I'm not mentally ready for the relationship. I thought I was, but I wasn't after I entered. So don't you think that this whole mental health thing is overrated when it comes to relationships that naturally will require commitment, but most times you see that 1 minute they are there, the next minute they are out?
I feel like people use a lot of things to make excuses. Do you get what I'm saying? But you that is going into a relationship with such a person, that's why you should, from the beginning, state what exactly you want, so that nobody comes to tell you, oh, my mental health, whatever, at the end of the day. You get what I'm saying? Because if we've spoken about it, if we've talked about it, hello, good afternoon, so me like this, the way I like you and I would want to have, a serious relationship with you. I'm very sure she that wants to go with the mental health, whatever, she will tell you, either let her think about it, or she'll say, let's see as it goes. You see that word, let's see as it goes. Trust me, we will never get to a good end. Exactly. It never gets to a good end. So I think with, having proper communication from the initials, it would help, the people that are ready to be in a relationship and people that would, make excuses of, oh, my mental health at the end of the day. Yeah.
How should you have
as a mental health advocate in that sense, because I think I'd like to count myself as one. It saddens us, let me use our community, when, mental ward is now as a buzzword to, what's the word now? Make light of certain issues mentally. It's so sad because when the real issue of mental illness come, you won't be able to even take it seriously because it's a buzzword that's just flying around, whereas there are people with severe mental issues and cases. So when some Gen Zs, use mental health and their peace, there's another one they call my peace and all, to
Sanity.
try sanity. How people know these things? To try to give excuses in relationship. I'm looking at it now and I think, okay, maybe there's actually a mental health issue. Because instability is mental health issue. The fact that you cannot want to decide to commit to something shows that inherently there's chaos somewhere in your mind, in your subconscious. There's just something that you are constantly seeking that you have not gotten, and it's keeping you in that web of confusion. Do you understand? So maybe you might think I'm just using it as a buzzword to get over this person, but if we look at it critically, there's probably mental health issue.
So what about people who say that's just who I am? That's quotes, that's just who I am.
There's no way that's just
you love me for who I am, that's just who I am.
Of course, that's not who they are. Do you understand?
Like
it's because they are not ready to be in that relationship. They are not ready to commit. They are not ready to, exactly. So such a person is simple. The person is giving you a clue that, okay, I'm not ready. So go and look for someone that is ready. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because tell me why we're having conversation. I'm telling you that, this thing you're doing, baby, I don't like it because, it's not also making me express myself, love you more and all of these things. And the next thing you're saying is, that's the way I am. But I just know you're not ready. That's it.
Yeah. And it's even it's a conclusive statement. If you say that's who I am, but I'm working on it to get better, that is like you're continuing the sentence. But that's just who I am.
That's who I am.
Makes
full
it
stop. The full stop
even
is
an excuse for bad behavior. An excuse for bad behavior.
So let's talk social media. That's where we see everything.
Yeah.
Young couples will come on social media. Even older couples now feel that social media is a way of also expressing, their love and getting views, getting likes.
Yeah.
People saying, God, when I want to be with this, like this, when I'm 50 years old with my partner and all those stuffs. But if you narrow it down to the Gen Z's perception of relationship or a thriving relationship, you see a lot of celebration. Just recently, what's her name? Priscilla.
Yes.
And Juma Juice.
You
I'm
guys.
so sorry, that's something like juice.
They had a proposal, then a traditional wedding, then a second proposal, and it's almost like people who are now doing one proposal, one traditional, one wedding, or some people even do one proposal and all the wedding put together.
Like, bro.
There's not this pressure that people will now feel like, this one is not doing enough. They're now setting another bar
Standard.
for what another person should do.
Yes.
And the fact that when Gen Zs or some Gen Zs look at this and they're like,
This is the template to follow.
let me go and write it down. Third, that can handsome, comma. Rich will propose twice.
Yes.
We'll do 5 weddings.
He has to have a certain kind of car.
The sad thing is that they now define that as what intentionality means. So when their humble boyfriend is just doing the best he can to love
baby
you,
is not intentional
you would
about
think he's not
loving me.
intentional. He
This
doesn't
boy
really
does not love me.
Is the
Or this girl does not love, because sometimes it's even the male that experiences the lack of love.
Yeah.
Because you see that the guy will be trying, and the girl will be like,
I'm not saying it.
And sometimes it's even the guy that has this perception of when some Gen Zs are like gifting their boyfriends, and you see this car key. You don't even know how she got it, but then she gives her partner and then exchange. So I saw this Cardi B and Offset thing where Cardi B will buy Lamborghini, Offset will buy Ferrari.
That's how it should be.
It's like,
this one.
see, so it's almost like there's a pressure that if I buy you singlet and boxers, even if you singlet and boxers, the price of the gifts, because you see that in that situation they are trying to outdo themselves to show that I love you more.
Yeah.
It's not a maybe in terms of font, it's a I love you more kind of outdoing each other. But when it comes to civilians, let me say. When it comes to civilians, there's this perception that, all these things that they are showing should be done to them. So don't you think that social media is putting too much pressure, or do you think that social media is putting too much pressure on like everyday people? And how can we just balance it and manage our head to just know that these things are being done, but there's always a story behind whatever it is they are doing? And that reminded me, I forgot about what's this lady's name?
Vicky James.
Vicky James. I wanted to
and
mention,
her
but I wanted you
husband,
to land.
1 year anniversary, they did wedding again.
You guys, she's extra. The E in Vicky is extra. So if she's doing anything, it has to be over and beyond. And that's who she is.
And
It's
that's
the way
some
she fights for her. But
Period.
That's some period.
So tell me,
Multifaceted.
don't you think that social media is putting too much pressure on perception of love and what is expected of your partner? And how do you think that this can be, managed?
Yeah, this social media discussion again, we never get tired of this. But social media is fun. Social media is a fun place to really learn about a lot of love stories. And be like, there's a lot of that can happen. If you're sad, just go on social media. You will see a lot of love stories that will get you to but it's not the ideal. Social media, is not your prototype to now determine how your own love story. It's not a measurement for your own relationship. And you must know, people have said this over time, but it looks like it doesn't really enter the heads of some people. Honestly, you should know that there are things that happen behind the scene, and you are not meant to see it. It's only whatever is portrayed is what they want you to see. If you have that wisdom, it will make you not to be pressured, honestly, because you're like, this is just what they've painted for me to see. I celebrate with you, but let me face my own reality.
Imagine that Priscilla
today.
wanted red flowers and it's pink that they brought to the proposal. You don't know whether
What if she was the one who
she's
said,
not para.
what if she was said that maybe the first one wasn't as I wanted, let's do another. So you never can tell. They can come out looking all surprised and, oh my God, he's so thoughtful and intentional, whereas they curated everything. It's beautiful to watch, and we celebrate with love people, right? But you should know that it is not the ideal. Don't become pressured. And for people that are celebrities or influencers or people that are in the face of glam and fame all the time, there's a cost to count, to bear. And I'm sure they are pretty much aware of it. So first thing, as we're talking to civilians here, right? Civilians, please do not pressure yourself out. It's not the ideal. It's cool to watch, enjoy yourself, say your own comments, share. And even me and my friends, we can really, it's in quote like pressure, but we're just cruising in that sense. I see this one, see your mates and all of that. But it's really not anything serious because we know what we're pursuing. I was going to mention something about people pressuring their partners to post them on social media. We'll
talk about that, but
okay.
we need to go on a break. So hold the thoughts like this.
I'm holding
Hold it like this.
I'm holding
exactly. So ladies and men to Jen, let's go on a break right now. When we return, we'll talk about why partners are forcing people to post themselves on social media. Stay with us, people.
Life is made up of moments, some that fill us with joy, others that test our strength. Welcome to Heartlines. This is our space to explore the highs and lows of human connection, the love, the heartbreak, and resilience that shapes our life. From relationships to friendships, parenting to partnerships, and so much more. Every week, we share stories and conversations that define us, navigating love, separations, the struggles of parenting, dealing with anxiety and managing the pressures and stress of life. Real conversations that bring us closer, helping us heal, grow, and connect. So join me Mondays through Fridays at 10 p.m. for Heartlines, the show where we'll connect hearts, have real conversations with real people, one story at a time.
Welcome back to the show. So I'm going to go straight to Oluchi to share her story on On what is that?
Posting on social media.
Posting it on
your
social
partner.
media. Posting your partner on social
So it's not
media.
my story I'm sharing. I'm
Okay,
just
it's not your story.
I
Someone's
know
story.
our story. I'm
Oh.
just saying what I've observed.
Okay,
Observers.
I'm an observer.
INEC official. Continue.
Yeah, so there's this pressure of, oh, my partner doesn't post me as much on social media. There's no LOML or WCW every Wednesday. Before WhatsApp, it be scattered in my mouth. But there's no pressure in it. Honestly, I'm trying to take a safe space in talking about this because every man for himself, right?
Yeah,
and everybody knows what they really want. But we've heard of stories of people that in premarital relationships, sometimes it's still edgy. It's not very stable. I mean, I think if marriage is the one that still looks a bit stable, at least you have sealed and signed everything.
Yeah.
But some Gen Z romantic relationship that will eventually transit into marriage still have some instability in it. Imagine, I find a lot of inconsistency with somebody that keeps posting different girlfriends every 3 years to 2 years, 1 year. Will you just firstly calm down and know what exactly you want before putting it out there? It's pressure, constantly having to put your significant other in the public. I think it's not something people should just always succumb to.
What if it's something that maybe the person
like...
Exactly. Because
like I said, counting the costs. You can like it, but there could be some hidden cost to it that you eventually not like at the end of the day. So I prefer to play it safe. Posting or not posting does not mean I do not love you, right?
Okay.
So it's not a compulsory thing for me. My own truth. Following your word.
This is it. So this is it here. Now, yesterday we talked about the fact that everybody has different love languages.
Yeah.
Now, if your partner love languages is relating to having to put me out there, let your friend know. Sure, if you meet somebody today, let the person know that you're just getting married.
taking.
Exactly. So because you love that person, you have to do what will make that person happy, what will make that person feel love, what will make that person's love tank to be filled. Do you get what I'm saying? So to you, again, because yesterday it was about bouquet, today, you don't
looking
really,
like I'm from another world,
No,
Debbie.
nah, but no, it's not like that. I get your point, it's valid, right? But what I'm saying is you cannot tell other people how to be loved, how to
Definitely,
show
I'm not
love.
telling you.
Exactly. So,
Definitely.
I mean, if I see one person in 10 years, you've posted different people, I understand. It's simple.
Very interesting.
So you have sort of expressed that sometimes there's no common ground when it comes to being pressured. Maybe let me say I like to keep it private, and then my partner likes show me to the world and all of that
PDA.
stuff. So it's almost like there's no balance there. So how can partners or let me say Gen Zs, now narrowing it to Gen Zs, how can they balance hobbies, interests, and if they don't tally, how do they find that common ground between themselves? I personally like show me to
the world.
Post me, write me a letter every day, sing me a song. Every day of your life should be about telling me how much you love me.
Yeah.
Forget about maybe you are not loved at home, reassurance, anything. It's because they love me too much at home. So that's why I know when I do not see love, I'll be telling you that, do you know you not love me today? Because on a normal day they would have told me they love me at home. So I like all those expression of love. PDAs, tell me something nice today, send me a song, write me a letter.
For you or for the public? Because there are two ways to look at this thing. I like to be loved, affirmed. And words of affirmation has to be one of my love language. You have to constantly reassure me that I'm the one for you in that sense. And it's cool. But it's not for public eye. So that's what I want you to differentiate. Is it that you love the love that two of us know we love ourselves, or the whole world knows that we love ourselves?
I love the love and love people to know that I love the love that is loving me.
That means word of affirmation needs to start be broken into two. There are different kinds to it. Because I also love the love, but not for the world to know.
It's not one size fits all.
True.
My own form of love, words of affirmation can be that you have told me, yes, I know that we are living in the same house. You have told me. Tell the people that is on social media.
Why do you want them to know?
Because it's me.
That is how she wants her words of affirmation to be expressed.
Aluchi, Precious Omenka. It is me.
I'm trying to get it really.
It is me.
The world has to know that you are loved.
Yes.
Is the way she's saying it.
So that in case I buy, you know that this guy.
She was really loved.
He really loved this girl. Yes, exactly.
Is that not putting undue pressure on the partner?
That is where that's why I'm saying that let's assume that these hobbies don't tally, right? I know that I love to be put out there, and my partner sort of likes this private. I don't want people in my business kind of thing.
Yeah.
I would say that I have been able to find my own common ground. Do you understand? But a lot of people still struggle with common ground to say, okay, maybe once in, maybe only on special days I would post you. I don't know how to post every day. Or maybe say that, yes, I will form a close group of people who I trust to see this. And then I will post you there as much as you want. Or, okay, why don't we do more physical dates than, you know, social media? But it's just communication and finding common ground. That's what I'm saying, that don't you, like, do you have an idea of how other, like I've mentioned a few, do you also know other ideas where people can find common grounds when they have different hobbies and not the same? How do you get
See,
how do Soluchi go get
I don't know.
Please,
I'm creative. It's not only in love that there's creativity.
In what?
There's creativity in, I've told you. It's exclusive. I can't be sharing my secret on this platform, guys.
We
Because
don't
you know so much, I mean.
Yeah.
See,
for
the,
love.
the truth is, I mean, bedrock of anything for it to grow is communication. Do you understand? So when it comes to,
That's your mantra.
of course, we'll have different hobbies, right? I mean, you've seen relationships where the guy is someone that always loves football, and he probably gets married to someone that doesn't know jack about. Do you understand? But they can blend in when, okay, baby, I know you like watching football by 8. That'll be no problem. I'll follow you and watch it. Sure, we'll wear the jersey. We'll do it. I say go. Be like, say, Man City, they don't really try you. We'll do all of those things. Then when it's time for mine as well, you follow me and come and do do you understand? So when you communicate with your partner, it helps the both of you now understand your love language, how to express it, how to communicate, the things I can do, the things I'm supposed to do in order for your love tank to be filled. So I feel like that's where you now create the balance. So, and when it now comes to the whole posting of a thing, like I said before, you cannot really tell people how their love should be expressed, how they should be loved, and all of these things.
We're not planning to. Not at all.
So,
with this your judgmental face.
Guys, I'm not judgmental. I've never been.
my God.
I was going to say something about
Okay.
the whole football and K-drama thing, where your hobbies are very different. For me, I'm not judgmental, though. Please let us establish that. But I think that it's okay if you do not have to necessarily be involved in your partner's hobby. We can find a common ground later. For example, if, I don't like football too. So imagine I have a partner that is always watching. I cannot enjoy that game with you, no matter how much I love you. I will be cranky throughout. Because what are people running about in my face? Do you understand? I can't come and form that, wow, Man City, I'm not enjoying this. So I'll let you watch your football. If you also don't like my K-drama because you're speaking some things you don't understand, allow me enjoy. Then we can now find a common ground of something we love to do together. So maybe we could go for ice cream dates, we could go to the museum, something else that we can do together. But partners should be allowed to explore their individual hobbies. You don't have to, it's not a together thing, like you say you come and watch the football.
Baby.
I'm not watching. It's not interesting.
So this can only happen after you guys have communicated.
Yeah, true.
Do you understand? When you guys have communicated and you know exactly what he wants. I mean, I've seen women that they are okay with with the husband to go meet the boys. I'm not the guy. I'm not your guy. Do you understand? Go meet the boys.
The DSTV is not working. Sit down there.
You see the
Are you
problem?
guys saying this Gen Z that want to lock? Should we do something
Try the
to
key
lock?
away. See, the truth is, it takes us back to the fact that you really cannot tell somebody how their love tank can be filled. If he says that, oh, baby, I like it when you are in the house and I want to watch the football, that's fine. If he feels like, oh, since you don't like football, I would like to go and watch it with the boys, you cannot say
Outside.
because of, that is his own way of, him knowing that,
Bring
okay, my
the
baby
boys
loves
inside.
me.
Why would you leave me alone in the house? That's the point I'm trying to hit. Bring them, I'll cook rice and chicken for them.
So this is it. Now
my
that,
God.
like, I want to assume that, let me just pose it like this. Let's assume that these people have now decided that during communication, like, you want your partner to sit in the house and watch it. And
Yes.
he doesn't want to do this every single time that he's watching football.
Yeah.
Do you think that there's that space that allows him still, like, there's this cheat days that can allow him still go out and watch football with the boys? Or he can say that, babe, it's not every day that I'm going to sit inside this house. Your rice and stew is getting tiring.
Yes,
My
you
boys
need
do
to
not
either
want it
change it.
anymore.
If
when
that's
you
the
read
case, that's another problem. I you trying to say my food is not delicious? You and your boys over for you all.
Or maybe in the case where he's at home and maybe they are screaming that loud sound, and maybe you do not necessarily like noise.
I'm doing my remote work.
Baby, lower your, and then he just feels that no, this is a strain or something. So do you think that there should be days where you should allow your Gen Z partner or your partner in general to just have that space?
Of course,
one day?
There will be cheat days, like you have mentioned, compromise. You know, 7/10 and 10/10 is still AA. So if out of 10 you got 7, don't worry, you are still going to graduate.
So what if you want like maybe 3 out of 10?
I know, that is failure. Who likes to fail? Do you like to see F in your report card? That's epic failure. I can allow some days, cheat days, but we still have to come to a compromise.
So driving away from hobbies, let's talk about finances.
The money.
I just not like I don't like my partner to have money, because I realize when you like me, you don't spend money on me.
Kiki, we need to talk after the show. I'm learning some new things.
No,
about
money
you.
is sort of plays, whether we like it or not. Money plays a huge factor in sometimes how you say that I love you. Every day I'm with you, I love you more every day. Because sometimes you see that today you got free food. Tomorrow you are seeing flour. Next tomorrow you are seeing this. So gifts translates to the fact that you have the cash flow, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe dates. It's not easy to gift. So it involves you having the money to even give, or going out of your way to even giving that person. So where does financial stability stand when it comes to now the male gender, when it comes to what they should have, what they should not have? There's too much pressure on, if you don't have this amount of money, don't come to me, don't come near me, I will not date you.
I like how you put this for the last, because if you aside from the beginning, you won't ask any other question. We will drag this money thing till the end. But go ahead, Godfrey. I think we need to say something.
So when it comes to financial stability, of course, it's very important in a relationship. But for whoever that cares to listen, I'm always more concerned about the vision of the person, right? I'm getting married to. Where are you going to? Yeah, because you have to be going somewhere.
I'm going to
Before you go carry me, go where? No. You have to know where you're going to. Do you get what I'm saying? So there have to be plans, even though they say that goals change with time. But of course, from initials, I would have known, where you're going, and if there will be like alternative routes and all of those things. Do you get what I'm saying? So once you are able to, identify that, know that, me personally, okay, where am I going to, right? Now, how much are we earning right now? Can it sustain us, right? And can it also push the goal that we are, working towards? If you're able to answer that and they're all accurate, then I don't see a reason why you guys can't be together. If you say financial stability, it's key, because if it's not in the marriage or in a relationship, how do you want to express the love? How do you want to buy the money bouquet? You understand? How do you want to, show? And again, also, it also depends on the kind of, love language that your partner also has. No, let's be for real, because there are people that they are very okay. Haven't you seen somebody that is probably okay? I don't want to give examples now, so it doesn't, sound like I'm a wicked person or whatever. But you hear very interesting stories, and you'll be like, okay, is this girl okay for her to have, gotten married to this person? Do you understand what I'm saying? Or try to build a relationship with the person. But again, when you've not understood her own part, where you now hear her say, oh, it was the vision of this person. I know that the amount she's earning is small, but I know that, where we're going to, we can actually achieve our aims. So yeah, for me, it's more of the vision when it comes to this whole financial thing.
Okay, what about you, Oluchi, quickly?
Yeah, I will agree with her, because
round of applause, hallelujah! Round of applause.
I agree.
New beginnings. Amen.
Financial stability is key. Else we're just on vibes. What are we doing exactly? In fact, if you as an individual, if you're not financially stable, you're not happy too. You can't even meet your own needs. Not to talk of having to put somebody else in that kind of situation. So I'm of this belief that sometimes you can halt relationship. It's not common. There's a pressure to always have a partner, significant other, but you can get your act together, get your life together, at least something that is reasonable. I'm not using Cider Budge now of $10 million or 3 Benzes and all. Just something that shows that, okay, I'm on a responsible path and I can have somebody and we can grow together. That can work. But honestly, you don't have to subject any lady or even any man. Because imagine if, yes, men are supposed to be the providers. That's how society has painted them. They're the ones providing for the women. But it's also good if the women can also gift during Valentine too. You're not the only one that is collecting. You self can gift something. That can happen if your finances are also stable. So finances are very important in relationship, and get your act together. So that it's not on vibes.
Well, this conversation has gone from this to this to this to this to every. In fact,
Every
it has gone
corner.
on different levels. But I will just put this to the conclusion that love spreads across Gen Z's, millennials, X, minimums, and
Alpha.
everything. And it still boils down to the fact that communication covers everything, and the fact that you have to be self-aware and mentally ready for whatever it is that you are going into.
True.
Don't make excuses for bad behavior. Your bad character is bad character, both male, female. I'm talking to everybody in general. Your bad character is bad character. So let's stop making excuses for the things that do not work and love one another genuinely. So thank you for joining us this morning. Thank you to my co-anchors and our viewers. I will see you next week for another thought-provoking conversation. Bye, guys.
Hello, you. Yes, you. This is Usayome Sale from Ways Primetime. Now, we appreciate your continued support for watching our content, following us across all our social media. But we've noticed, for those of you watching us on YouTube, 88.5% of you who watch our content aren't subscribed to our channel. Why? Now, if you are enjoying our content, you enjoy our shows, and you want to stay updated on all things Ways, it's time to hit that subscribe button below. Now, subscribing isn't just for you. It's for the growth of our channel. It helps us get bigger and better. With your support, we can continue to bring even more intriguing and exciting content. How about you subscribing right now and being a part of our community?